Oh, there we go. Yes, sir. Well, today's the day we're dropping off the GT350 to the dealership. Go ahead and get the transmission fixed, so hopefully the surging issue goes away. Right before we head out and get that cold start, let's go ahead and quickly just rinse down the Raptor, because I'll show you guys how filthy it is. Speaking of filthy though, look at how disgusting this car is. You might be able to see from when I opened the garage how dirty it looked, because the lighting was just hitting it so nicely. Yeah, she's not clean at all, bruh. This thing's been sitting outside for so long now without a wash. Turn traction back on. I just wanted to warm up the tires a little bit. Oh. It's kind of not that warm of a day out, so I do got to be a little careful. You might have been able to tell this car is getting squirrely with 325s in the back and fresh Pilot Sport 4S's, mostly just because it's cold out. Otherwise this thing will dead hook from like a 20-30 roll in first gear, and then when you shift into second it'll spin a little bit, but like on a really hot day it'll be nice and sticky out, and this thing will just hook. Catless Midpipes loved it. The car was so much louder, and I just loved the noise level that it had to it. It was so much fun being able to rip it around with that thing. It was just, I was being a menace with it, and the exhaust valves made it perfect to be Catless. Part of me wants to go headers. You get a little bit more power with headers, and the tone and the sound is so much better with headers. It literally sounds like one of the best sounding cars in the world with a header setup. If I went headers, unfortunately the one con to it is you have to tune the car. So having to tune the car is a con in my opinion, because you just don't keep the warranty when you have to tune it. It's thrown in. But my eventual plan with the car is to go Catless, enjoy it. That's stage one. I enjoyed the Catless thing. Then the next plan is to get a Gen 2 motor, because I'm not sure how this motor is going to hold up, to be quite honest with you guys. It consumes a decent amount of oil. Yes, that's not a huge problem, but the Gen 2s I've heard are built a little bit stronger, so why not? Now, Gen 2 motor, after that, I feel like I would want to go headers, E85, and a tune. That will make the car around probably 600 wheel horsepower, which is around like 650 to the motor. So that would be amazing, especially given it weighs 3,850 pounds, I believe. So that would be amazing power wise. I feel like having that full bolt-on setup, being able to just rip it around like that. Now, once I want to go actually crazier with the car, I feel like Pro Charger would be amazing. I've heard that these cars don't really, you're not really opening up and like unsafely pushing the motor until you're past around 700 wheel horsepower. So that's why Hennessy, you guys may have heard of Hennessy. They're a tuning shop out in Texas. They charge like $20,000 for a Whipple with warranty on it for 2 years. That, I'm not sure how I feel about that whole entire package. I don't know how to feel about it, but they only tune it to around 700 wheel, because that's very conservative for the Voodoo motor. And once you get past that, that's when you get issues apparently. But I've heard from many people who run boost on their 350s that it's all in the tune that you have. If you have a good tuner, nothing's really going to go wrong with the car. Something's always going to go wrong no matter what car you have, but the ones you see blowing up with boost on it and stuff are just shitty tunes. You may be asking, why are you thinking of pro charging it, or not actually pro charging it? It's called a Vortex supercharger, essentially a pro charger, I believe. Whipple is really cool, but I feel like there's no use for Whipple unless you're actually going to be pushing a stupid amount of power, like anywhere upwards of 900 wheel, because that's what a Whipple is capable of. Twin turbos, I don't like. I love how the twin turbos are adjustable to be how much power you want, how you can just change how much boost you want on the car on the fly. But the unfortunate part about twin turbos is, in my opinion, it makes the Voodoo motor sound like shit. I don't think it sounds nearly as good. It kind of sounds like a V6. Yes, it's really cool, but I just love the noise of the car, and I can't imagine getting rid of that noise that the car has. Vortex supercharger, it's insane because it has that like just super loud just whistle. Whenever you're driving in it, it's just a loud whistle noise that it makes, and it keeps most of the noise. It sounds like a jet. It is ridiculous how it sounds, and I feel like it kind of incentivizes me to not be stupid and push a crazy amount of horsepower out of the car, and to just keep it safe with the amount that the Vortex supercharger is able to output, which is around 700 wheel horsepower. So those are all the plans of the 350. If I did mod it, that's exactly the order that I'm going to mod it in. I'm not really sure how I feel about modding anything right now in its current state, but in the future, full bolt-ons with headers and E85 definitely sounds appealing. Definitely sounds like something I'm going to do in probably about a year from now, if I'm being quite honest with you guys. So now let me know what you guys all think down below in the comment section. This car is kick-ass though. You guys may be wondering, why don't you just get a GT500 Sahan and just like mod the shit out of it? I just don't find it as engaging. This car, you feel the speed that you're traveling in. It feels scary, it feels thrilling, even with the stock amount of power that it has. That's why I just kind of want to keep this car and mod it, add more power to it, because it just feels thrilling. The GT500 has 760 horsepower, but doesn't feel nearly as thrilling as this thing does. We'll do one more pull and end it off. And the brakes are amazing. It's just a fantastic platform to mod in the first place. Like, it's just great. Anyways, make sure you guys all like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
You see a cargo, call the cops, boy. AK all day, body start to drop, boy. Bamba Jinya beat down, Sari Dian street down. They're trying to lock us up, but we ain't gonna stop, boy. They're trying to lock us up, but we ain't gonna stop, boy. They're trying to lock us up, but we ain't gonna stop.